Hi everybody. Hi everybody. This is your friend Dan. Daniel Hutchins. Yes, it's me, Daniel Hutchins. We're back again in the brown chair and we are going to be talking about some stuff in the comic book universe. At least we want to talk about some stuff from our friend in the comic book universe. Okay, what was the last thing we talked about? We talked about how a show on AMC has found a new audience on Netflix. That was the last thing we did. So, what are we going to be doing on the next one? Well, you want to know what's going on with TV and Marvel, right? You want to know what's going on with TV and Marvel. Alright, what's going on in the update of TV and Marvel? Okay, Marvel has an inconsistent track record with its television shows, but I'm convinced the next MCU series, Agatha's All Along, will be a smash hit. However, Marvel debuted their first show as a smash hit, WandaVision, back in 2021, back during the launch of Disney+. But Marvel has struggled with some consistency, since Loki is regarded as one of the best shows. But amongst others like She-Hulk, Moon Knight, and Falcon Winter Soldier, they are received as mixed bag reviews. The many viewers include themselves. Who would forget about Secret Invasion entirely? Because Secret Invasion... Okay, so I see what the hell's going on. So, like, I'm in the middle of a video, and then it fucking interrupts me with an advertisement. I'm like, come on now. Okay, so, what we're saying, Marvel and TV. Alright, MCU's next series, Agatha All Along, is a WandaVision spinoff, centered by the villain played by Kathryn Hahn. The series will follow her journey down the Witch's Road, with the coven of fellow witches as Agatha tries to regain her power. Again, Agatha Harkness is a fan-favorite character from WandaVision. Anticipation on her show has been rather low, perhaps due to low expectation of the other shows. However, there are a few reasons why looking forward to the show, despite Marvel's inconsistent television trends. Agatha All Along comes from the creators of one of Marvel's best shows. Well, we just said that. The upcoming spin-off has a reliable person leading its creative direction. Okay, Agatha All Along is created by Jack Schaffer, who again is created WandaVision, and wrote 2 episodes for that show. She's returning for the spin-off in the same name and the same role, and again will direct this series. Schaffer's return is promising for the series, as the Marvel shows haven't had a lot of creative direction. They are created by several different people, rather than just one person, as the main lead. However, for the inconsistency, we just fucking told you what the inconsistency was. Again, it also means that Agatha will have the same tone as WandaVision, with interest in... Okay, so we got interrupted again. Okay, Agatha All Along is created by Jake Schaffer, who also created WandaVision and wrote 2 episodes of the show. She's returned to the spin-off in the same role, and will also direct the series. Schaffer's return to promise in the series, as Marvel shows haven't had a lot of creative direction. They also were created by several people rather than one creative lead. It also means that Agatha will have the same tone as WandaVision, an interesting blends of comedy, sci-fi, and mystery. Okay, you got that, okay. So again, related to this article, 8 Marvel movies and shows to watch before Agatha All Along. But we're not talking about that, we're talking about the center stuff right now. We're talking about the main stuff right now. We're talking about the main shit right now. Alright, WandaVision is also regarded as one of Marvel's best TV shows, an argument being between it and Loki. I love the show, the recreation of sitcom from the 60s to the modern era, and how it blends the fantastical sci-fi stories. Audiences are captivated by their show, and every week led to rampant speculation on what will happen next, who will show up in the next episode, and how this show will impact the MCU. It also features WandaVision is also regarded as one of Marvel's best shows, argument being between it and Loki. I love the show recreation of sitcoms from the 1960s up to the modern era, how it blends the fantastical sci-fi stories. Audiences were captivated by that show, and every week led to rampant speculation about what would happen next, who could show up in the next episode, and how the show will impact the MCU. It also featured Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany at their best and introduced new likable characters like the Monica Rambeau. I'm excited to see this show return to horror and Agatha all along. Marvel has now embraced the horror genre from Doctor Strange 2. Well, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you see that. WandaVision also explored horror slightly in a creepier tone, but Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness really embraced. Okay, so we're talking about how Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was also embraced the horror genre. Sam Raimi had brought the A game to Doctor Strange sequel. Disturbing scenes and shocking moments that surprised even Marvel let him get away with zombie Doctor Strange, and Scarlet Witch crawling out of a mirror, like a possessed woman, had inklings of Raimi's Evil Dead franchise. It was great to see it, but Raimi's vision fully played out in the long run. I'm excited to see that Agatha feels distinct from other MCU projects. One thing that we love about Agatha all along, marketing, is how it's leaning into horror tones. The atmosphere looks like Hocus Pocus, but it's much darker. Haunting imagery, such as a woman screaming from bugs coming out from her mouth and contorting women who looks like Linda Blair from The Exorcist. I'm excited that it feels distinct from other MCU projects, and Marvel has succeeded before with other projects that have different unique styles. Marvel has already been one of the strongest when using genres and tones. Well, we already know that. Marvel needs more projects that have unique identities. Yeah, we know that. Okay? Many of Marvel's most memorable projects stay away from generic MCU styles and utilize other genre and tones. For example, we got Captain America Winter Soldier and Civil War, both inspired by classic espionage spy thrillers. They are grounded in other MCU films, and intriguing mysteries keep audiences hooked from the entire duration. Black Panther also is classic. So what we were talking about was Marvel needs more projects that have unique identities. Most of Marvel's most memorable projects stay away from generic style and utilize other genres and tones. For example, we have the Captain America and the Black Panther movies. Okay? Agatha All Along will premiere with 2 episodes on Wednesday, September the 18th on Disney+. Multiverse of Madness also steered into that as well. Also, if you haven't seen that, you should go see that. Also, Werewolf by Night, you should also see that. Also, Marvel should not be afraid to experiment more often, because, again, it's for everybody. Agatha All Along should deliver unique blends of horror and comedy. Marvel has said they can do it well. Okay? September 18th, remember, lock that in. September 18th. I'll see you later.
But boss, what are we gonna do about them turtles? The turtles are gonna destroy us again. But boss, what are we gonna do about them turtles? The turtles are gonna destroy us again. But boss, what are we gonna do about them turtles? The turtles are gonna destroy us again. But boss, what are we gonna do about them turtles? The turtles are gonna destroy us again.